Good evening, everyone. It is another Red and White show, as per usual. We're a bit short at the minute, but obviously, imagine it will be picked up throughout the show. To my left, we have got Mr. Reliable in Jack.
Hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I hope you're alright.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
If you wonder where it is, everyone, we're not sure. We put the thing out for the regulars to come on. So just either people busy with live something, but we are live. So obviously we've got the FCA awards tomorrow, which attending. So it will be a big thing. How do you feel about that, Jack?
Yeah, I think it's great that we're in it. I didn't expect it, to be honest with you. I think yeah, when I saw that we'd been through, we got through. I was quite surprised. But yeah, I think you definitely deserve it, mate. And it would be we definitely deserve by on your part if we go on and win it.
I mean, I've tried to get uploads and trying to get a flood out on the award night. So hopefully that we do come out winners in it, but never say never on what could happen. We've got the link obviously in the chat, so do if you want to come on, please do pop on. My mother Maxine saying good luck, Anna. Sunday night. But yeah, obviously the international break has finished, so glad that that's over and that we are back with football now.
Yeah, I don't mind the international break, but I want Forest back. I mean, this one didn't really feel. I don't know. It was just a bit dry. This international break for me. Forest are doing so well. I just wanted to get them back, keep the momentum going. It's good to have Forest back.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's just feel. I don't know. It just felt like it dragged a little bit this last week or so.
Yeah, there wasn't really. I don't know too much excitement for the England games or anything like that, and when Forest are doing so well and it's sort of been taken away from you for the weekend, it feels a bit down. But yeah, we've got them back now. We've got the game on Saturday to look forward to. So yeah, it's good to have Forest back.
Ah, definitely. I mean, Blackpool at home won't be the easiest for games anyway.
Yeah, I mean they've done quite well recently. I think it's three games they're unbeaten in, so they've managed to push themselves up the table, and they've got some players like we know Jordan Gabriel, some decent players. Are set up well, so it's not going to be as easy as some may think.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I mean, and it got to youth youth coaches that like to develop the players as well. So
yeah, it's a bit like us, that we've got in Cooper one of the best youth developers. We've got in the country. They've got a good core of youth developers there. So yeah, it's definitely better for like the clubs like Blackpool who maybe don't have the most amount of money where they can bring players in themselves, bring players through themselves, which they can make either use for their own team or sell on to generate more cash. I think it's a really smart way of going about that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's nice for us to rekindle that academy thing that we have got with our academy because we are known for bringing players through anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I read something like we've made about 50 million or something from our academy over the last I don't know how many years it was, but the academy has been a big source of income for us. Unfortunately, I don't think we've really spent that wisely. Maybe if that was in other hands, we could have been using that money in the Premiership. But I think we're definitely good at bringing players through. Guy Brazil and the guys there are doing a really good job, and looks like there's some really good youngsters to come through. So yeah, it's really good to have the focus on youth coming back to the club again.
Oh, definitely. I mean, as well with the players that we do have coming through. I mean, there's some talent as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's that young lad. I can never remember his name. He's in. I think he's around 16, and he always pops up like I think he's got a hat trick against one of Liverpool's youth teams.
Also,
Osong, that's the one. Yeah. He seems very good from what I've seen. So that's an exciting one to see how he develops. But you saw at the start of the season in some of the cup games, like Finn back, he looks quite good. Fernandez, we've got a good core of youngsters coming through. So it's always good to see that. Always good to know that you've got youngsters to come through on the way.
Oh, definitely. We have got LJP who is below. It's Faith.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. How are you two?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, thanks.
We're just on about the youth development at Forest with bringing them through and obviously with Hoson scoring goals. How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, we've got one of the best academies in the league, in my opinion. When you look at the amount of players we've brought through, like Matty Cash is a perfect example. Now playing in the Premier League, you got Joe Worrell, who, in my opinion, and I think in a lot of other Forest fans' opinions, is good enough for the Premier League. Got Brennan Johnson, who's had a lot of Premier League interest and is performing very, very well. You've also got like some Will Swan that are currently coming up. And Tyrese Thornham, I believe is how you say his name as well. They look very promising. So we've got a good core of academy players that can definitely go on and perform at high levels.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that one. I mean, we've got Dale Taylor as well, who's and can be a handle on for as well. So, and we've got like Will Swan, Dale Taylor, Olson. So we've got 3 very talented strikers.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
we've got 2 currently strikers who are not getting any younger. So knowing we've got good young strikers going through, it could be the perfect replacement.
Oh, definitely. Do you feel like, Will Swan will probably be more further ahead in the development of the other 2, but do you feel like that Will Swan should be in the first team or around the first team?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think you don't have to be of a certain age if you're good enough. Then you need to be given the opportunity. And I think if you can get his experience, sometimes just being around the first team, training with the first team, can just give you that experience of sort of you get the knowledge of what you need to do to get to that level. You might you might just be able to gain a few hints and tips from some of the more experienced pros in the side, which can help them just in training, just to up their level a little bit more, to do that little bit more in the gym, for example, to get him ready for matches week in, week out at this level. So, whether he's in the match day squad or whether he's just in and around the first team, it'll be really helpful for him, I think.
Definitely. Do you agree with that, LJP?
Yeah, definitely. I think, as you said, Will Swan will be probably slightly higher up the pecking order, but I think all of our strikers in the under-23s have definitely got the potential to be in the first team. And Will Swan, he went on loan to Port Vale as well, so he's had some League Two experience as well. He made 2, I think it was 2 bench appearances in the Forest first team. And I think, as Jack's just said, maybe a little bit more time in the gym and stuff to make him a bit more physical. And I think he could definitely start for Forest.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is actually right, to be fair. I do agree with you with what you just said. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, going into Blackpool, how do you feel about it, LJP?
Well, it's the 2 informed sides in the league. If you look at the stats, and I feel like it depends how well each side use the international break, because I think Blackpool, Neil Critchley's there. He's found a formula that's working for them, because they had a sort of expectant, you could say, start for a newly promoted side, but then they got that shock win against Fulham, and I think they've lost one game since that win. So they're in very good form. It'll be a very tight game, I reckon. I reckon the first, it's either going to be goals galore, or it's going to be very, very tight, not many goals. I think it'll be very cagey, very close first 45, 50 minutes, and then I feel like something will just shift, and then hopefully it's for Forest, and then either side will probably nick it.
Yeah. It could be like that, to be fair. I mean, been saying in quite a few of the previews that it could be goals galore, or it could be defences could be on top with a few goals. So it will be an interesting one, do you think?
Yeah, I think it will definitely be, like you say, it's the two formed teams in the league. So, it'll be two teams full of confidence going at each other, two teams that, they're feeling that they're unbeatable, really. So I think, it'll be really interesting to see how it unfolds, to see how it goes. Like you say, it could be very much one way or the other. I'd love it to be goals galore in terms of Forest, but, I wouldn't mind if we win 1-0. I just want to keep this nice little run going and hopefully keep the momentum up. But with two teams with good momentum going into this one, like you say, LJP, it'll be whoever's dealt with the international break the best that I expect to come out on top with this one.
Do get your comments coming in, guys. Tell us what you think. Do you agree with that, LJP?
Yeah, it's definitely who's trained the best on throughout the international break, who's improved on what needed to be improved during the international break, because we've had a couple of players go on international duty, a couple for the England youth and stuff. I think if we've used this well, then we can definitely continue the momentum.
Yeah, definitely. Agree with that, to be fair. But yeah, it will be. I mean, do you feel like that the international came at the one time?
I would say it came at a time that it wasn't the best time. Obviously, if you're going to be a good side and you're going to get where you want to be at the end of the season, you need to, be able to ride this international break and keep things going. So I don't think it's particularly a bad time, because it gives us a chance to regroup and work on what went well and dust over things that didn't go too well. Like, I know there was a big talk after the Birmingham game again about things like how we were dealing with set pieces and balls to the box. So it gives you a chance to deal with that. If you deal with the international break well and you use that time to really work on things, then I don't think it's a bad time. But in terms of momentum and going forward and keeping that high energy and that happiness going, then it's a bit disruptive. But hopefully, we can use it to our advantage.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. I mean, it will recharge the players. I mean, they would have had quite a few days off, or a couple of days off, just to regroup. I mean, probably not had many days off since pre-season, because obviously, funny say, it will be interesting. And do you think LJP or Jack?
Yeah, it's very good to recharge the batteries, because the players wouldn't have had many days off, if any, since pre-season. So that's probably something the international breaks are good for, the recharging batteries and that, and it's also good for the managers to work on what we can improve. And as Jack said, about working on crossing into the box and set plays, because a cross into the box is how we conceded our goal against Millwall, and how we almost conceded against Birmingham, a set play into the box with Djukovic header, which Samba made an absolutely top class save. So it's something that we do need to tighten up, but it's definitely something we can improve on, and hopefully we can use this time to improve on that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. To a fair. Get your comments coming in. I mean, do you feel like Cooper will make that impression on the back three, to a fair, as we call it?
I definitely think he will work on it, because it was something that in that post-match interview after the Birmingham game, it was something that he definitely highlighted, and he said that, you know, you can take away all the positives, but you need to look at the things we've got to work on, and that was one of the big things that he highlighted on. So he definitely, I definitely believe he will, on the training ground, be working on that, looking at ways that we can deal with that, because, you know, as good as we are going forward, if you're conceding goals, you're not going to win games. You know, you can try and outscore your opponents, but we saw how that went with the likes of Mark Warburton, and it didn't really end up too great. So I think if he can work on that defensively, will be solid, and I think it'll give us more going forward as well. But I definitely think the way that he spoke about it after the Birmingham game, the way he highlighted it, I definitely think it'll be something he's going to be working on.
Yeah, definitely. It reminds me of the Philippe Montagna area as well.
Yeah.
When there was very entertaining games. And Luke Kwani said, yes, you know, everyone is. Hope you're all well from Luke Kwan.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks.
There you go. We've got our main thing. Get your comments coming in. We've got to exclude panelists on who are very knowledgeable and very consistent with their approach. But we've just not got Mr. Barnsley on yet in Explosive Twitter. You didn't come in.
Oh dear.
I know he's got a very important phone call at the minute. So obviously I talked to them last week by saying Stevie Newton. Hey.
Stevie Newton.
Yeah. Why I said that, I never ever know. I just came out of it.
Yeah.
Lupin saying, glad to hear you're good lads.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're well, Lupin. Oh, here we go. Would you have a Cindy Needle or a Prime Lolly?
Oh, that's a good question.
Here we go. We got that.
Right. Zinchenko has been absolutely top quality since he's coming on loan from Watford. So when you say prime Lolly, I assume you mean Lolly 19/20 season. So, but I haven't seen an entire season of Zinchenko in a Forest shirt, but I've seen an entire season of prime Lolly in a Forest shirt. So I might, for now, edge prime Lolly, but my opinion might change come the end of the season.
Yeah, I think I'm probably in the same boat in terms of the opinion changing. But like the way that Cash and Lolly linked up, imagine Spence and Prime Lolly linking up in this side. That could be pretty tasty. But I think for now I'd probably say Prime Lolly, obviously. I think that's probably because we've seen him do it throughout the duration of a season, and the potential of him linking up with another wing back could be quite good. But it could be Zinchenko by the end of the season. Who knows? But for me, I'm gonna go with Prime Lolly as well at the moment.
Here's Mr. Turton.
I'm finally here after getting through 2 of the previews, sending you the previews over and phoning my granddad. I've finally arrived.
Clap it.
Thank you.
Is that you just came out a very, very good question. I don't know if you caught it whilst we're on, Luke, but which one would you go for, Syndergaard or Prime Joe Lolly?
I mean, can I just be difficult?
I wouldn't expect anything different, to be fair.
Why choose between the two? Why can't you have both? They're both in the squad at the moment, so get a prime lolly going. You've still got Syndergaard on loan to the end of the season. At the end of the season, if you ask me this question, it all depends on their returns. But until then, I'd have both.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Luke's here.
You didn't expect anything different, did you? You expected a definite answer one way or the other way.
Yeah. That Wilkinson under Hooton, we didn't defend set piece as well at all. Has Cooper fixed that? I mean, this is Stan Luke Street straight away.
Are we going straight to me now? I don't know. It's a bit difficult to work out because it's been about, 3 or 4 games? It's to be more evident after this international break, whether that's been sorted or not. But again, it's going to take time for players to get out of that Newton mentality.
Yeah. What do you guys think to it? I mean, I've got Matt Dini.
Well, I think so far we've shown signs of improving it, but still, as we touched on earlier on, it's still probably one of the things that we do need to improve under Cooper. And whether that's like doing specifically zonal marking or something, we will have to see in the upcoming game, where you would hope it's been fixed to a degree.
Definitely. How do you feel about that, guys?
Yeah, I think he's definitely putting things in place. Like Luke said, it'll be hard to get the mentality of Chris Hughton out of their mind, but I think he's definitely put the building blocks in there, and if he's used his time correctly, we could see changes after the international break. But I definitely think it's something he's working on and something that he knows needs to be rectified. So I think he'll be able to do that.
How now, Matt Dean? How do you feel?
Well, I didn't hear all the things that got said there by Luke, but from what you guys have said, I agree.
Luke, and I said Yuri or Low.
That's tough. That is very difficult. I am going to edge Low because of the way we're playing with left wing back, and I think Low suits the left wing back more than Ribeiro, because Ribeiro's sort of a flat left back, but whereas Low's more of an attacking left wing back. But I still like Yuri Ribeiro as a Forest player, and still a little bit disappointed we did get rid of him. But then again, we have got Low now, and if we can get Low on a permanent deal, that is absolutely brilliant if we can do that. So I'll probably just edge Low.
How do you guys feel to that?
Oh, it's difficult. It's difficult. I mean, I loved Yuri when he was at Forest and Sabra. I think he was brilliant in that first season. But Lowe this season has been excellent, and I think him and Spence have been, really two outstanding players. Even at the back end of Houghton's time, they were the shining light, I guess you could say. But God, I think if he can keep it up, it'll definitely be Lowe. I think if Lowe can keep up this form and we can get him on a permanent, then it'll be Lowe hands down for me. But I think. I'm gonna go with Lowe. If he can keep this up, then definitely Lowe.
Yeah, definitely. What are your thoughts, Luke?
Well, personally, here I go again. I would have both of them in the squad and had them both challenging each other. I mean, Yuri Rivera was never used as a wing back, so we'll never know how good he was as a wing back. He played a lot out wide as a winger, which wasn't his game. Maxwell has been decent, but then again, so was Yuri Ribeiro. I mean, we've paired both Zinknagel and Prime Lolly and Yuri and Lowe, when really, your squad should be full of these players that have been decent. It should then be a competition of who gets in based on performances, who's performing well at this moment in time. If their form drops, put the next one in. They have a run on the side. If they then drop off, then you go back to the one that started, and so on. It's called rotation.
Yeah. Does that sound good, guys?
Yeah.
Luke Smiley McKean easy to put in a valid point. Here we go. Banter's bowled in there.
Be very careful.
I'm always careful. Well, I try to be careful. Yuri and Cash or Lowell Spence?
That is just difficult.
I'm gonna
for
do
God's
take the
sake.
Luke approach. Both, all four, whatever one of them.
Yeah.
The Luke approach. There you go. Hashtag the Luke approach. It's trending.
I'm gonna make a decision this time and surprise everyone.
You know that.
I'm gonna go Spence and Yuri. Now, it is a bit biased in the fact that I think I'm one of the only people that joined the Christ, it's right. The Yuri Ribeiro fan club with the photo in the top left corner.
That's not Barnsley then.
Look, we've played Barnsley. You can stop it now. Anyway, and then Spence. I mean, Spence is just different gravy altogether. I think I'm surprised Middlesbrough let him go because that kid's got potential to burn. I mean, you can't begrudge Matty Cash going to Villa. I mean, he's tearing it up now, and I think that's probably a decent move for him. The reason I didn't go for Lowe is I just because I like Joe Ribeiro. That's literally it. It's nothing against Max Lowe. I just like Ribeiro.
What do you think, Matt? Dean? Are you going to take the hashtag Luke approach, or are you going to take make a decision?
I'm gonna go Cash and Low. I think.
Literally the opposite to me.
Yeah, it took the Luke approach. Keep your comments coming in, guys. We are getting some very good chats out of
You're
this.
putting us on the spot.
Sorry, mate.
Dan, I've got one for you now.
Hey!
Earnshaw, Assombalonga, or Graben?
Earnshaw all day long.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I took the Luke approach.
Anybody else want to answer my question?
Oh, Earnshaw for me. I loved. He was like growing up. He was my favorite Forest player. Like he was. Yeah, I don't know. Just the energy he had. Like, just remember seeing him like always hassling the goalkeepers, which you don't really see anymore. Just stuff like that. Like, and those goals against Derby. Yeah, I'll take him back in a heartbeat. Prime Earnshaw, yes, please.
Yeah, Earnshaw as well.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
What, especially the game against Derby, where you hear Forest have hit 5 against Derby, and the Earnshaw goal as well. It's just brilliant. It gives you goosebumps watching like the highlights back.
Brilliant.
It does.
We've got 2 more questions now, Dan.
Get your comments coming in, guys. Anyway, Earnshaw, Sunderland, or Grabban? Don't know, Luke.
Oh, I've just seen that next question. I don't. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Done
that
it.
is
Oh, yeah. If you could pick one in January, who would you keep? Wow or Johnson? Blimey, you guys are brutal tonight.
This is difficult.
I can answer this.
Oh, this is so difficult.
Do you want me to answer this one?
Yeah, can do.
If we had to keep one, as in really one, I don't actually think we keep one, because if bids came in for both of them and they were astronomical, then they'd probably accept both. But at the end of the day, ideally, so. But if I had to put the question at face value and just answer it, I'd edge probably on the caution of Johnson, because as brilliant as Worrell is, you probably could scout a tall centre back more than you'd find a player that's exactly like Brennan Johnson.
Mm.
I mean,
Is that about cover all the options there?
Don't know, Matt, dude. I need.
I'm gonna sit on the fence here.
What do you guys think to Luke's answer?
I think it's definitely. Yeah, I kind of what he said about it's easier to probably scout a Joe Worrell replacement than a Johnson. I think that's to be fair, it probably sways it a bit for me as well. Like I think it's probably easier and potentially cheaper to get in a Worrell replacement than a Johnson, because clubs are going to want either a premium for a player like that, or they're just not going to want to sell. So I think to get in a centre back would probably be more likely and an easier thing to do than a replacement for Johnson.
I'll tell you something.
I love Worrell. As much as I love Worrell, I think Johnson I'd keep.
I'll come in hedge before LGP comes in. You could get Aidan Flint in as a replacement for Joe Worrell, whereas you're looking at probably spending all of the Johnson money on a replacement for Johnson. And is that really worth it? You may as well just keep Johnson.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Well,
LGP?
I feel like Worrell. You could. I might just say edge keep Brennan, because as pretty much everyone else has said, it's easier to find a Worrell replacement than it is a Johnson replacement, but they're still two exceptional players, and it will be difficult to find the Joe Worrell leadership. But then again, if you're looking for Brennan Johnson replacement, you're looking for the pace, you're looking for the shooting, you're looking for the passing, where Worrell, he's still an exceptional player. But I think the main thing that will be difficult to find in a Worrell replacement is the leadership. But then we've also seen other players that are able to give solid leadership. Like I think Scott McKenna, he's quite active with his speaking. But I said that they're both extraordinary players. If we could keep both of them, then I would happily for us keep both of them at the club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach Wilkins has said Brennan Johnson or Singing Eagle.
Okay, I'll go first. I'd probably have to edge Brennan Johnson, purely for the fact that he's come through our academy, and Zinkernagel, as okay as he is, I just think that you'll get more out of Brennan if you keep him than you would out of one season-long loan of Zinkernagel.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree.
Hashtag the Luke approach.
Yeah, I'd agree as well.
Do you guys agree to that?
Yeah, I think if you're going to invest in one player, you're going to have to invest in Johnson. I think if it's between one or the other to play, I think you've got to stick with Johnson. He's our player. You know, you want to give him as much game time, as much experience as you can. So I think as good as Zinchenko has been, Johnson has been probably, if not one of, if not the best player going forward for us or in the side. And I think, yeah, he can offer a bit more than what we've seen as Zinchenko. So I'd say Johnson.
Yeah. Alex Martin or Alvin Apaya?
Mighton.
Whiten.
Yeah, Martin.
Here we go again. That's come at exactly the right time, actually, Dan. Because arguably, I'd have liked to have seen Apaya and Mighton in the same side.
That would have been nice.
Because they both got that pace. I reckon that if you had Apaya with Steve Cooper, you get the end product. I mean, why are you making us choose between one or the other? Because most of the time it's just, yeah, we'll just have both because they're both decent players in the squad they played. Whereas for me, you've just got to think of it as if you've had those players, they've done all right and they've gone, there's probably a reason for that. Whether the fact they've outgrown the club, whether it's the fact we need funding, whether it's the fact that we're just damn right confusing and just get rid of players for the sake of it and sign players with no real analysis done, a la Olympiacos players, or you just generally just recruit poor, a la Philip Montagna era. I mean, there is a reason why every player comes and goes from our football club. We are the revolving door football club. Welcome, everyone. There is no exit, unfortunately.
Logan said hashtag LJP to replace Cooper.
Oh. Nah, I can't replace Steve Cooper. I can't.
Oh, no, LJP to be next vice manager.
Got to stick with Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper in.
Yeah, definitely.
Luke's face says it all.
Luke's like, why aren't I included in this?
Yeah, well, you're Matt Dean of the channel. So, but yeah, completely agree. Luke, how do you feel about Blackpool?
All I'm going to say for now, because I want to do my preview and leave things kind of not said there yet. All I'm going to say is my prediction is 3-2 Forest.
Goals galore. We were just on about earlier about it probably goals galore or a really scrappy game, so
it won't be scrappy. It really won't be scrappy. But that's the least that's the most I'm going to say on the matter.
How do you guys feel about that?
Oh, I mean,
It's
I'd
going to be
like
6-5.
6-5. Well, yeah, let's do it. Why not? 6-5. As long as we're on the right end of the score, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Would you do 10-9 LJP?
Yeah, 10-9, I think. As long as we're on the right end of it, then I'll take 10-9. Actually, I do think is I don't think it's going to be scrappy. I don't think it's going to be goals galore. I think there's going to be a maximum of 3 goals, in my opinion. I just don't think it'll be scrappy. I think it'll be a very possession-heavy game, a lot of shots, but I think it'll be 2-1. I think I'm going to go 2-1 Forest. But I don't think it'll be like superly scrappy. Just a lot of trots and a lot of possession.
Mm.
That's what I think.
Interesting. Exclusive panel is coming out with some good things tonight. Keep your comments coming in as well, guys. We are getting some really, really good questions and good debates. Well, little debates out of it. But yeah. You got any of you guys got anything to say or add on to what was
No.
Dan, don't throw the conversation out there. Has anyone got anything to say? And then expect me to have something to say.
Yeah. Well, really, we do expect anything and anything.
All right then. Okay, if you want a question, I'll give you a question. But you've got to think about this one. Julian Bennett, Bojan Jokic, Danny Pinios, Yuri Ribeiro, or Max Lowe?
Get your comments on that one, guys.
Bojan Jokic, that's the name I forgot about. Oh, weird.
Matt Lockwood.
Look, come on, I picked decent left backs. Come on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bennett all day long for me.
Yeah. I remember that game we got from League One, that crunching tackle, and then he got up and scored that absolute belter. Like, oh, good time.
What would you say then, Luke, to that one?
You're throwing the question back to me.
Right? And I got a grenade and yeah.
You just boomeranged my question back on myself. Brilliant. Thanks, Dan. Personally, here we go again. I'd like a squad where we had Bennett, Ribeiro, and Max Lowe in their prime. That'd be decent.
That'd be very decent.
Yeah.
We'll bring Pinios back in for that one derby game in the last few minutes so he can score that goal again. My memory's brilliant, by the way. I'll pull everything out if you give me enough airtime. Dan knows this from the episode we did the other day. I just keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
Bless me.
Also, by the way, I was about to reference these questions. This is a kind of talking about Forest. Why are we talking about England questions? The type of this is called Football is Back. It's confusing to me. I mean, I could answer all 4 of these questions as being Saka, Abraham, Alexander-Arnold, and then the last one, De Bruyne. But that's besides the point. They don't play for Forest.
But yeah, I forgot what I'm saying there. Mine just gone completely blank. But yeah, completely agree.
Do you want another question?
Yeah.
Do you think Steve Cooper is channeling his inner Billy Davis, round 1?
Yeah. All day long. Do you guys agree to that?
Think back. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he got us up into the playoffs like Billy Davis did round 1. I'd definitely love to see that. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't leave it unfinished business this time. He has the business finished.
Don't talk to me about unfinished business yet.
had unfinished business.
That next question's void. That next question's void.
Delete the pooch.
That can't actually be asked because you've tried to say that Gaetan Bong is a left back. That isn't an option. He isn't a footballer. He's an imposter that thinks he's a footballer.
Imposter. The imposter is sauce.
There we go. Would you have Gaetan Bong as a left back?
Darn it.
No.
No. Just no.
I mean, was he good? Was he good at Brighton? I can't really remember.
I thought he was good at Brighton.
I don't care if he's good at Brighton. He's not been good here. So what's the point in including him as a left back when he's not actually been that decent? I mean, his debute's basically just been a continuation all the way through. Shocking, more shocking, even more shocking, abysmally shocking.
I said Luke thinks he's shocking.
Yeah, I think he's made that a bit clear.
Yeah, yeah, made that clear.
For the first 25 minutes of the show.
Pardon?
You missed me for the first 25 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
I was on my
Oh,
random rants.
Go on, guys, get your comments coming in. I mean, pro Bono, not pro John.
I do have another question, but this one's explicitly for Dan. How low is how low? How long is this show going on for?
I've been on 46 minutes at the minute.
Yeah, what are we aiming for?
But till when we get a good enough rant from you.
Oh Christ! Yeah, but Dan, I'm happy.
Yeah, I know you. Glenn Murray or Lyle Taylor?
Oh, that's no contest, is it really?
If it was Glenn Murray at Brighton, then I'd take Glenn Murray.
I mean, are we talking now, or are we talking in their prime?
That's a question back at you, Luke one.
In the prime,
Prime.
every episode a week.
Yeah, in the prime, it's going to be Glenn Murray. But right now, I mean, Glenn Murray's retired, so Lyle Taylor. But
Yeah.
arguably speaking, neither, because neither did anything when they were here. So arguably, Lewis Grabban is a hell of a lot better than both of them.
Yeah.
But saying that, in a few years' time, Dale Taylor could be better than all three of them.
Dale Taylor.
Yes, Dale Taylor, the one that's in the academy, Dan.
Ah, let you off.
Oh, in their prime, he says definitely Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, then.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It'd be what do you call it? Dude, completely agree with that, pardon me.
I'll
So,
say-
pardon?
Go on.
No, our hold on, say thank you, lads.
No worries.
So, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Luke and Henry have said I would still have a retired Murray than Lyle.
Okay, let me just take a picture of this.
That'll be comment of the night.
Here's the problem, right? You're saying you would rather have Glenn Murray with no pace than Lyle Taylor that can actually do something at least. I mean, we had all three of Grab and Taylor Murray in the squad, and Lyle Taylor was still getting picked ahead of Murray. And let's face it, Murray was Houghton's golden child. Luke out.
Just think we could have Stevie Houghton.
Oh, damn.
But
I'm
Taylor
not a bit
Johnson,
dignified out of a response. Actually, no, I am. Coventry. Just think Coventry.
yeah, completely agree with that one. I'd like to say thank you to lads for coming on the show, as per usual.
No
Thanks
worries.
for having us.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Let's ask normal. Hopefully, we do get some good news. Obviously, it is FCA Awards tomorrow, so hopefully that the channel will get something that really. Hopefully, the channel just win. Or come second and third. I mean, it will be a very good experience tomorrow.
Where's it at?
Royal Lancaster. So, do keep a look at on socials. I probably will notify people when we do. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, guys, as per usual. What's it's the FCA, which is the Football Content Awards, and the channel has been put up for the award of best content creator for the Football League. So
Which it is.
Yeah,
all day
easy.
long.
Yes, 100%.
Obviously, we're better than Todd's lads. So, I'd like to say thank you for watching, guys.